These. I always love this. Oh, I'm sweating, man.
There is nothing. You said you were too cold a minute ago, didn't you?
I know. It's like up and down, and you think I'm
going through the menopause. That's what it is.
Yeah,
the menopause.
Menopause.
We do love a good reverb and a good delay pedal.
Oh yeah, especially from these guys.
Yes,
it's always a treat.
It is. I think we were together, weren't we, at that NAMM show? Not together like that together. Well, it would be fine if we were. But I'm just saying, we were at a NAMM show and we met the guys at GFI on a tiny little stand. And the guys are from Indonesia and they had a kind of like a digital pedal that they were promoting that was, we plugged in and thought, wow, this sounds absolutely epic.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we started working with them and we've been kind of friends with them ever since. The Specular Tempus. Specular Tempus, which it sounds like a surgical procedure, doesn't it?
Specular Tempus.
Yes, I've just had my Speculum Tempus removed. That's been on my pedal board for a couple of years now, and it's a delay and reverb in the same pedal. Yeah. Sounds killer.
I remember when me and Rabir did the video. If you want to watch that video, just click on the pop-up. And please like and subscribe.
That might be a few years old as well.
It is, because I think, but I remember that was one of the moments where we plugged them in and it was like, excuse me?
It was a killer. And it's MIDI, if that's your kind of thing.
Anyway.
So the Skylar and the Orca are basically the kind of a reverb pedal, standalone reverb pedal and a standalone delay pedal, just kind of simplified a little bit to just perhaps make it more affordable and more for the kind of person that doesn't want to get into MIDI and heavy programmability and all that kind of stuff. So what you are hearing today is the beautiful purple silver sky from Monsieur Pete, going into a Thorpe Fat General compressor.
Oh, yes.
A Cornerstone Antique, which is a new pedal from these guys, which is a bit like a sort of a tube screamer with some bells and whistles.
Oh, yeah.
Into the trusty Lela P-split, which gets rid of unwanted noise or phasing issues.
Splits into 2 amps, you know.
Yes, split.
Split.
I've split my specular tempers. It really hurts. So we've got two clean amplifiers.
That's when you go down in one of those.
And then what's happening is the effects loop is running now in stereo.
Yeah.
So we've got TRS inputs on both the Orca and the Skylar. So left and right in. Stereo in to the Orca, a stereo to over to the Skylar, and then stereo out and back into the returns on the 2 amplifiers.
Send and returns, yeah. So it's
get some headphones on maybe.
Yeah,
for this
is.
demo.
I mean, when you just do that.
I'll turn them on.
Oh, sorry, we just get the. It is definitely a headphone kind of, sit between 2 nice speakers there.
Yes, quite why the delay is called an Orca, I don't know. Quite why the reverb is called a Skylar, I don't know. But Skylar apparently from the old, might be English or German word, Schüler, which means scholar. Or school, or something like that.
Skylar? Is it not like doesn't it have some, isn't that the graphics on there, isn't that the Earth, some planets and stuff?
Is it like the solar
system?
system?
Look in the Skylar system, I don't know. And Orca must be because whales put out these little sonar beams.
Oh, could be.
Which is reverb, and it comes back, it's a delay. They go, ha! And they go, ha ha!
Who knows what
Can I get a hoya? And then you have like somewhere, hoya, comes back like that.
Who knows what those crazy Indonesians are smoking.
Holy right. I want some of it.
So, here's the deal. Each pedal has 4 basic modes that it can work in. There are the 4 delay modes in the Orca are Here they are. Digital delay, tape delay, a diffused delay, and an ambiental delay. Each mode has various parameters. As you would expect, you can adjust the time, the number of repeats, and the levels for each of those modes. But then they have what's called twist mode. All right, so if I just adjust the knob without pushing it down, that's normal mode. Twist mode is push the knob down and adjust it.
I like those
and
multi...
you have a secondary function. So we can do things like add some modulation to the delay or adjust the flutter of a tape speed, all that kind of stuff. And we'll come back into that in a bit. Once you've got your modes set and all your parameters set how you want it to be, you can save 2 presets on each pedal, and you can toggle between those presets using the AB button.
Oh.
Button on the left obviously is your standard on and off button. And if you hold the AB button down, it switches its function into a tap tempo mode. So I think what we'll do now is we'll leave the drive pedals and the compression pedals off, and we'll just go through some of the different modes on here to see what they sound like.
Do it, man!
Just do it, man! So we're just going to go through the different modes now on each pedal. I'll leave the reverb off on the Skylar, so I'll completely leave the Skylar switched off. We'll just focus on the Orca for now and then flip over and do the same on the Skylar. So the first mode is digital delay mode. So as you'll see, when I'm pressing the knobs down that do the secondary function, we can add in some modulation. So we've got speed and depth for modulation.
Oh, man, I love that.
And we can add in, we can change the delay to a mild delay, an analog delay, or a lo-fi delay. It's interesting. Oh no, and clear. So we've got 4 modes of digital delay. I'll leave it on clear for the time being. What happens on the mode one? Oh, and then we've got a level of ping pong as well. We've got to use ping pong, surely.
Ping pong?
So
I
here
love a
we
good ping
go.
pong, show me.
This is a digital delay now with a clean, clear digital delay with a little bit of modulation in ping pong mode. Yes, man.
Yes, I like a ping pong.
Yes.
Sound like...
It's crystal clear, man.
It is.
What do you want? I mean, shall I fiddle? Or?
Just fiddle away, man. See what happens.
There's kind of like, we can go like uber long delays. We've got up to a second's worth of delay here by the looks of things, so. I kind of thought we might have a slightly longer, you know, I get used to modern digital delays.
3 seconds.
Like 3 seconds, but then I kind of go, you know, unless you're doing something very experimental, you wouldn't normally use a delay that long.
Well, no.
Would you?
No, because it's all about, I mean, slapback delays and maybe like, it's definitely 3 seconds is long, isn't it?
It feels like it. Anyways,
it's a lifetime for me, man. I've got stuff to do.
Yeah, that includes the cigarette.
I can't wait for
So digital delay, 300 milliseconds. We'll put the repeats. This is quite a usable delay, but I'm gonna mess around now with. I'm gonna make it a slightly darker delay, so we'll go more like analog.
That's quite short and almost slapbacky, isn't it?
It's because I've got the level quite low, so
I see.
and I can get more repeats in. Here we go. It is a lovely sound.
They do some good algorithms.
Let's
these dudes.
try
They really do.
the next algorithm, which is tape. Tape style, and I think we've probably got, what have we got different styles? We've got low loss, we've got high loss, we've got high gloss, and low, no, that's it, 2 modes, low loss and high loss, and then we've got wow and flutter on the other modes.
Wow and flutter, let's have some flutter, wow. I love that on tape when it does that.
One of the things I like, the Speculus Tempus, whatever it's called, does this as well, is that as soon as you adjust something, you'll see here, it tells you where you were. So previously I had the repeats at 53, now I've kind of moved. So it's kind of nice to just, gives you a bit of an idea where you are. So that was the tape mode. Diffused mode, let's have a little look at this. Now we were playing with this before. This is where the sort of diffused reverb is on the echoes rather than on the original sound. So hopefully Pete can...
Nothing. At the end, so... Or the initial...
And you can adjust how much reverb you want on the...
That's a good chord.
That is a good chord.
It's a...
Yeah, it's one of those major minor 7/9, 4th.
Yeah, with a Haribo in the bass.
So this last one, Ambient, is again it's another delay. This has now modulation and I think Shimmer built in, although they call it glitter.
Yeah. Mr. Glitter, I presume.
There it is.
There it is. So many key changes in those chords right there.
So actually the Orca, in fairness, has got two kind of straight delay modes and two that sort of have delay with some reverb ambience in there. Really like that
Quite
pedal.
simple in a way, isn't it?
I kind of knew I was going to like these because they sound killer. They're kind of... I think if I had any criticism of the Specular Tempus, it's a bit fiddly like that. And I think they've done a great job of kind of making it quite obvious what you're doing. We haven't got into this really, and we won't in this particular video, but if you want to, you can put an expression pedal in the back of this and assign different parameters to do different things from your expression pedal.
That's cool.
And all of that, ladies and gentlemen, is £199. So it's, really, really, hugely undercutting kind of the Strymon-y, UAD kind of thing.
It's the sound, man.
But still very much with that level of tone.
And the format is smaller. Which I like. It's cool, man.
The foot switches, by the way, are momentary foot switches, and there are other things that you can do if you only want an effect to come on as you hold a foot switch down. You can do that as well. We've got it set to their latching mode, where they just do they just turn on and off.
I can never tell that apart, those two things.
Let's go over to the Skylar, where we have the same basic idea of 4 modes, but this time we have Spatium, Shimmer, Plate, and Tremble.
Let's go Eskimo.
All of which, again, are types of reverb that we can add modulation or shimmer to, or, as the name Tremble suggests, a bit of tremolo.
Yeah, that's the one I like from the other.
So I'm going to start with Spatium and see what we get here. We've got an effect here called panorama.
Oh!
There you go. If you're British, you might know Panorama as a Channel 4 documentary program. Is it Channel 4, ITV? I don't know. I'm not really sure what Panorama's doing. It appears to be allowing me to accent whether the reverb's more on the left or more on the right.
Oh, that is epic.
I don't know. Let's try it. Here,
all the way to...
Here we go.
Yeah, you got more shimmer there. So if I go... And then go the other way. Panoramic, what do you call it?
Panorama.
Panoramic. Yeah, but what
I see. Panoramic mode, yes.
So you can almost have like a wet-dry signal, but without having... Tell me you have a wet-dry signal without telling me you have a wet-dry signal. I'll go first. Is that all the kids on TikTok, isn't it?
That's huge. That is one of the biggest, bestest sounds we've ever had in this room.
That is great. But every time, this is what I'm saying, every time we do these pedals, it just sounds so epic.
Oh, I've got to apologise here. That was actually the Shimmer mode, not the Spatium mode. So that was the second one. So let's go back to Spatium.
I'll take you anyway.
It's huge.
Take it off, please. Oh, so
Trails.
It's got trails. Back on again. You know what? The dry signal is it's so great. It goes, can you hear when I do, just do this. And then you turn it off, and then you hear the dry signal of the guitar with nothing on. It's exactly the same, but it's back on again. Just have a listen to the... It's just under there, underneath you, that's tickling away like a wet, when you're in the water, you're lying like that in the water and the sea grass hits you on a...
Anyway, so that's Spatium. Let's go to plate, everybody's favourite kind of reverb. Again, we've got modulation on here if we want it.
You know how I prefer my plates?
In the dishwasher.
Full. Yeah, but that depends on where I am. If I'm home, yes please girls, dishwasher. It's funny with these things, every time we do a reverb pedal and here's a plate and we tend to just pile on loads of reverb, you know. Can you turn it down so I just get a slightly...
Do you know what? I think you are bang on correct though, that even with heavy reverb, the guitar sits in the mix with lots of clarity, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's... It's just there. Maybe it could be a bit longer, but not so much, not loud and... Is there a dry mix and sort of, or mix where you put
Well, just level, which just... It's such a happy effect reverb, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like sad face with no reverb, same chord with a happy face.
Yes, but you know, you have to learn to play without reverb because it's not easy. It's bite you.
Last one then, Tremble.
Tremble.
What speed I can do here? Oh, there we are. Yeah. Honestly, man, I could listen to these all day. We should just literally, because we've got these going through the effects loop, totally fine to dive in with some extra. What's been your favourite one?
Now we just need like a big sort of
plate shimmer.
There's the whale, see? Need a bit more overdrive.
We could have a lot of fun with that, but there you are. Orcas and Skylars available from Andertons Music Company.
Yeah. I tell you what, that's two good names if you get twins.
Orca and Skylar.
Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Skylar's probably a name already, isn't it?
It's a great name. Yeah. Speaking of first names, Usain Bolt has just had twins.
Go on.
So right, he already has a child called Lightning. Yeah. And the twins, one is now called Thunder.
Oh!
I know. And actually the other one, I think, do you know, the problem with the other one's actually got a relatively normal name, which is why I can't remember it. But I had to laugh.
Bolt. It's like a
Thunderbolt, Lightning Bolt.
And an oil
Nut
pan.
Bolt.
Nut.
I don't think that's the other kid's name. That would be a bummer if it was, wouldn't it? What's your name? Yeah. Nut.
Nuttin, because there's a Nuttin Bolt.
Nuttin.
Or Tighten That, that's his name. Tighten That Bolt.
Anyway, congratulations, Usain.
Sorry.
I'm sure, I hope you and your wife are very happy.
Yeah.
Anyway, right.
So you can never catch
that's
him anyway.
It. Enough said. Yeah. So see you next time, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.
Greasy Bolt. There's a keyboard let in. That's funny.